Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Mind Sober Matter. My name is James, and each day this week I've been doing an episode based around certain subjects relating to sobriety and mental health. And if you've downloaded one of them, fantastic. Thank you so much for downloading and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. All previous episodes from this week are available to download on Podbean and Spotify. So if you are interested and you're listening to this one, please go back and check them out. It'd be much appreciated, and hopefully you'll enjoy them and get something from them. Today's episode, for episode 5, sort of ending the first week as such, I want to just basically do a thank you to sort of round the week off, really. I had something else lined up today, but the more I've been thinking about it today, and I'm recording this a bit later in the day today, the more I thought about it, I just want to say a big thank you to anybody that's downloaded the podcast this week. First of all, it's much appreciated. And just a big thank you to a lot of people, really. You know, it's one of those things where it's easy to take people for granted and what people do for you for granted. And there's been a lot of people that have supported me on my sort of journey to where I am now with the podcast and in sobriety and just in life in general. So I mean, they're not going to listen to this obviously, but the first thank I want to give is to my kids and to my wife, who might listen to this. I'm not really sure she's been listening to them, to be honest, but she might be, or she might do. I mean, they are everything to me. You know, I mean, I joke about football being everything to me, and it is, but the family always comes first, you know, and they are absolutely amazing and what they do for me. And this weekend, it's Father's Day, so I don't know if they got me anything, but I'm genuinely not worried if they haven't. The fact that I'll be spending the day with them on Sunday is with the kids is what matters. Kirsty's actually working this weekend, so I probably won't see her a lot Sunday, but I'll be with the kids all day and we'll have a bit of fun, so that'd be good. To my family as well, I don't know who listens to this, but if they're listening, a big thank you to them. You know, everybody's so important to me, and I love all my family, so that's good. To friends, old and new, you know, I got some very supportive friends from years gone by, who I've known since sort of primary school days, who were super supportive and mean so much to me, and they know me inside out, you know, but they've seen changes in me over the last few years, and not once is their friendship sort of faltered. So I again love them to pieces, and we've got many more years of friendship ahead of us, undoubtedly. And then to new friends that I've made, you know, I mean, since I started these podcasts and since I started the Sober Sports Talk podcast with Tony, it sort of put me on I don't want to get all deep and meaningful, but it sort of put me on a journey of discovery that I never would have imagined 18 months ago when I started doing the podcast. You know what I mean? Tony Wilkins, this is a very good friend of mine now, you know, and he rings me up and we have a chat and we do the podcast and that, and I look forward to seeing him soon at football, because life without live football down at Ashton Gate isn't the same. So bring on the start of the friendlies, and we can catch up and have a good catch up in person. And I've made so many people who I would genuinely call friends now through the podcast, and who understand me and didn't know me before I started drinking, and before I started sobriety, so they didn't know me when I was drinking. They, hopefully, if anybody's listening to this, you know you are, you know, there's quite a few, and if you listen to the episodes this week and have learned something about me, then that's fantastic, you know. And again, if you get something out of it, that's absolutely brilliant. The football family truly is the best in the world, you know, and whether it's with City or non-league football, you know, got so many friends. I am going to give a shout out to a couple of people, just because they're very good friends of mine who I look forward to catching up with again when the football season starts. So Stoner, Andy Stone, who does the footy watch for non-league football and raising money for cystic fibrosis, an absolutely top bloke. You know, you couldn't meet a better bloke. If you haven't seen what he does on Twitter, please give him a follow. I think it's at AS Footy Review. He's all over a non-league scene. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I mean that in a very, very good way. And the charity work that he does is excellent. His passion for the game of football is second to none. And yeah, he's just an all round top bloke, and I'm genuinely proud to call him my friend. There's guys that have been on the podcast, Dan Healy, Georgie. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot now, aren't I, by missing people off? But those two in particular, I look forward to seeing down Ashton Gate when we go down there and catching up. And again, genuinely good friends, you know. Damo, who's been on the podcast, top bloke. We've got guests lined up for the podcast as well. That has a completely separate podcast in a sense, but we've got Rob Skeets is coming on soon, so I'm looking forward to a chat with him, and there'll be many more to come. I want to give a shout out to Patch and Matt Withers as well, two top blokes who, and not only are they top blokes, and their knowledge of Bristol City is immense. You know, it's crazy. They've tried to help me with the podcast this week. They gave me a couple of pointers, which I fully appreciate, and they're really, really nice people. And I know they've listened to this as well. Well, they're going to listen to this hopefully. So I really appreciate your friendships and your help with the podcast. And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of people. I don't want to miss anybody out. There's a people that got Mangasfield. If they're listening to this, you know you are. Tony, Bert, Warren, everybody. Top people. Steve as well. Steve, top bloke. Yeah, and each and every one of you. The reason I'm doing this is just to say thank you to end the week. You've all mean so much to me, and I really appreciate it. I am going to keep it short today because I've had quite a busy day. I was down Ashton Gate this morning. Unfortunately, I didn't get the contract for the manager's job, but there we go. But that was nice though to see behind the scenes down at Ashton Gate. And then this afternoon, because I had the day off today, this afternoon I actually watched the film Marching Powder with Danny Dyer. So that was good. I've been looking forward to watching that for a while. So and that it was actually quite a thought-provoking film in the sense that a lot of it is about addiction and alcohol related. So yeah, but decent film if you like that sort of genre of film. But yeah, again, thanks to everybody so much for listening this week. Really, really appreciate it. I'll be back on Monday with a different topic. So I have decided that I'm not going to record on weekends because weekends are just so busy that I just won't get a chance to do it the sort of justice that it deserves each day. So I'll be back on Monday with a new topic relating to sobriety and mental health. It gave me time over the weekend to think about what I'm going to talk about next week as well, which I need. So yeah, thanks so much for listening. Have a fantastic weekend. I really hope you have a good one, whatever you're up to. And I'll be back on Monday. Take care, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.